and that's made me quite a lot more excited. Ooh. Okay. Like, it's a cool idea, but maybe the execution is not as nice. Hello my angels, welcome back to another video. My name is Ro and today we are unboxing the January Illumicrate. Now this has come in a normal box again this month. They had a bit of a cardboard shortage last year and we ran out of getting the yellow boxes. Don't know if that's happening again, but here we are. Now I've not brought any scissors up with me and I can't be asked to go get any. Okay, this is a lot easier than I thought it would be. Now I do remember what the book is and I remember we have 2 books this month, so let's hope that the items kind of make up for it, because sometimes they see the kind of book, the second book, as like a second item or like one of the big items, and I'm not super excited about that sometimes because usually the second book is not as great. I don't know, I've never really liked a second book in a box, I think, from what I can remember. I don't remember a lot of them, to be fair. But this month we have Royal Secrets. And I'm not gonna look at the spoiler card yet because I want to be surprised. Okay. Okay, so we have another Jigsaw box. I got a Lord of the Rings one somewhere. I don't know where it is. I have a Lord of the Rings one. This is for We Hunt the Flame. I assume this is the image as well. I love that there's just no reaction. So that's gonna be the picture when you put it together. Oopsie. I like jigsaws. Jigsaws are fun. I never really know what to do with them once I put them together though. I'm actually not a fan of this series. So this isn't something that I can really keep or like have on my shelf. Like, it's not usable if I don't like the fandom kind of thing. I mean, I'll have fun putting it together, but I probably won't keep it. So, not super excited about that, but it's fine. I can see fluffy socks. I have been looking for more fluffy socks for ages. And I forgot to get any at Christmas. I wanted to get some Christmas ones, but I forgot. Oh my lord. I don't actually recognise the little sleeping thingy in the cloud. But they're nice big fluffy socks. Now, are they soft? Okay, they're just as soft on the inside, which is good. That's annoying as well. These are only on the outside, not on the inside, so you have to wear them the correct way around kind of thing. Sometimes with socks, you can feel the outside and it's like, oh my god, it's really soft, but the inside feels like shit. So I'm glad that these feel nice inside and out. I can never go wrong with more fluffy socks. Say for example this had been the We Hunt the Flame socks, if like the fandom had been these, I would have kept them regardless, even though I don't like the fandom. I was gonna say I might look it up, but I don't want to spoil the rest, so we'll look at the rest before I look at the fandom for that. Here we have the Never Tilting World. I thought it was Akatar at first, and this is a necklace. Oh okay, that's pretty cool. It says night and day rule from their 2 thrones, and you have one side and it spins and shows you night. So you have night and day. That's a cool like idea for a necklace. Not mainly something I would wear, isn't really super like fashionable to me. Doesn't really like go with any outfits I have. It's a bit gaudy maybe. It's nice, it's cool. I like the spinning thing. Like, it's a cool idea, but maybe the execution is not as nice. I'll probably give this to Jord because he can spin it because he gets fidgety. I've not read The Never Tilting World yet. It is on my TBR. One of those ones that like you just haven't got around to yet, even though it came out ages ago. And like I have it on my Kindle, I don't have it physically, that kind of thing. And I'm trying to get through my physical books, so I'm not really paying attention to my Kindle TBR, you know. But I am still interested. I've heard some good things. I've heard some not so good things as well about Rin Chapecko's writing, but I feel like Asian fantasy is like one of my kind of weaknesses, so I think I will like it. So that's okay. Okay, so we've had a jigsaw, we've had a necklace, which is a bit gaudy that I won't wear, and very useful socks. 5 out of 5 for the socks. Let's continue. You're a survivor. Oh god. I think it's a phone stand. This is very live, laugh, love, I'm not gonna lie to you. Is this prison healer? Might be. We have, you can barely see. That's like the back, and then it says, you're a survivor, and it has like that. And I think you're meant to That's not how it works. Okay, yeah. I think it's this way round, so it rests like that, and then you put your phone on the plasticky bits there. This is cringy to me. This is very cringy. This is very live, laugh, love. You're a survivor. You can do this. Like, I do not like imagery like that. I don't like go get him, girl boss shit. Like, I'm just not, it's just not my thing. I'm sure some people love it. I mean, some people do love it. They get it tattooed on them. Live, laugh, love and all that. But, that's disappointing. I have 2 of these already from Illumicrate, and one of them is a Howl's Moving Castle one. I will go show you it. So what Illumicrate want to do is give me a nice wooden etched one with Howl's Moving Castle on, and then they want to try and sell me this. The quality difference between like plastic and wood, this was not that long ago. It was less than a year ago. And then this. Oh, you're a survivor. Fuck off. I hate it. None of this is good except the socks. I don't think there's any more items, to be honest, so it's now the first book, which I am fairly excited for because I've heard good things. Oh, and it has sprayed edges. Okay, so this is The Ivory Key, and this is by Akshaya Raman. 4 siblings, a country in ruin, one quest to save them all. And it's fairly floppy. Like, not super floppy, but like it doesn't like fall apart. But that's fairly floppy, and it's like a nice tall paperback as well. And I think Indian inspired, so Veera is desperate to establish her legacy as a revered Maharani of Ashoka, but with the country's only quarry running out of magic, a precious resource that has kept Ashoka safe from conflict for centuries, she can no longer protect her citizens from the looming threat of war. Veera's only hope is to find a mysterious artifact of legend, the Ivory Key. But in order to retrieve it, she must reunite with her estranged siblings who have taken very different paths. So Veera, Ranak, Caleb and runaway Rhea each have something to gain from finding the Ivory Key, and even more to lose if they fail. With each sibling harbouring secrets, the very thing that brought them together could tear apart their family and their world for good. And this is from Hotkey Books as well. And it has a really cool thing on the back, and it says like what's in it. And it says magic, secrets, ciphers, and sibling rivalry. Bob and Monet, any fans here? I quite like the blue. I think it matches the writing quite nicely, and the foil. I don't know if the foil, yeah, there we go. The foiling is really nice as well. And you can see there's the 2 sisters and then the 2 brothers, but they're all siblings, obviously. I really like the layout of this book. I like the feel of this book. I don't know if it's because it's floppy, but I'm feeling optimistic about this. I feel like I have heard some good things. I've seen some good stuff on Goodreads. Not a lot of people have read it yet, but I think it did come out like a while ago. This is something that I'm actually not too skeptical about in terms of like a second book in a box, you know? I think, like I said earlier, like in the past, the books haven't been like the best with the second books, and I couldn't tell you what some of them are. One of them was The Coldest Touch in Fairy Loot, but I can't quite remember which ones came in Illumicrate. Legendborn, I think, came in Illumicrate, and that was amazing, actually, so I'm kind of eating my words there. It's fine. I'm looking forward to this, to be honest. I think it sounds really good. And I really like the little, like, henna kind of stuff up in the corner. I think that's really nice. Okay, so this is the author letter. And there's no, like, art or anything, which is strange. Oh, so this is just the author letter for the Ivory Key, which is nice. That's actually nice. I don't think we usually get an author letter for the second book. So Akshaya, this is her debut YA fantasy. So it's her take on the classic princess must bring back magic to the world story, but with a few twists. So the magic is a physical resource. In order to get more, the 4 dysfunctional siblings have to piece together and follow some ancient clues. So it's part family drama, part treasure hunt. So that sounds pretty good as well. Like, I quite like heists and treasure hunts, and like, what's the one with the Declaration of Independence, you know, that film, National Treasure, like that kind of thing. So there's a lot of stuff about India, centuries-old forts, extravagant festivals, traditional art forms, and regional food. I love reading about food, especially from different cultures. Apparently there are slow burn romances and epic friendships. But then at its core, it was always a love letter to the messy, complicated family dynamics of shows like the originals. Oh, and it literally just says here, as well as the clever puzzles featured in Indiana Jones and National Treasure. There we are then. So this is National Treasure meets the originals. That's the comp. And that's made me quite a lot more excited. Okay, so moving on to the book. This is gonna be, I already know, but it's gonna be another POC book. Ooh. Okay. Okay, Illumicrate. Okay. Okay, right. Well, first, I'm gonna get George to show you the original cover for this book. It is This Woven Kingdom by Tahera Mafi, who, if you don't know, wrote, what did she write? Not Imagine Me, Shatter Me. She wrote the Shatter Me trilogy / sequel books. She also has written I think Furthermore, the middle grade is by her. I have actually never read anything by her yet, but this is the original cover. I'm just gonna show you that just to let you know, like, that's the original cover. This, whew, Jesus Christ. This is the Illumicrate cover. Oh my God. It's a naked hardback. Look at that foiling. And here's the back. The spine. That's upside down. And I'm just gonna show you the edges because, okay, so here we go. And then this. What the fuck? Illumicrate did not come to play for the beginning of 2022. Can we just? This is so nice. What the fuck? This is what I want all the time. This is what I need, want, pray for every time I open a Fairyly or an Illumicrate box. I'm shook. That is so good. Oh man. Like, I know sometimes some people, oh my God, the end, oh my God. Oh my God, there's end papers. Oh my Jesus. So these are the end papers. Oh my God, I love them. They're the same on the other side. Yeah, same on the other side. Jesus Christ. And then we have the signed by the author page as well. Oh my Lord. And then a blank page. I'm speechless. And then we do have the little author letter with the card, like, that usually comes. So it has a little art on the back and then author letter there. Okay, well, let's talk about the book. So it says, clashing empires, forbidden romance, and a long-forgotten queen destined to save her people. To all the world, Aliza is a disposable servant, not the long-lost heir to an ancient Jinn kingdom forced to hide in plain sight. The Crown Prince Cameron has heard the prophecies foretelling the death of his king, but he never could have imagined that the servant girl with the strange eyes, the girl he can't put out of his mind, would one day soon uproot his kingdom and the world. And this is published by Electric Monkey, which I have heard of before, and it says, like, Illumicrate exclusive there at the bottom as well, which is really nice. Illumicrate, I'm sorry for everything I said about this box. Oh, and then, yeah, they've got all of the Shatter Me stuff in the back, saying, like, you can read this. Oh, and, like, just, like, all of her other books. She's done some contemporaries as well, which I didn't realise. Okay, so let's look at the author letter, because it might give us a bit more of an insight on the book. Blah, 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 blah. Basically, she's saying she really loves mythology, but she's always been deeply kind of steeped in, like, Western mythology, so, like, Greek, Norse, and stuff like that. But she wants to kind of do one that's from her own culture. She began to unravel the knotted thinking with my two middle grade novels, which was Furthermore and Witchwood, both of which were inspired by Iranian and Islamic traditions, which I took immense joy in writing. And then in This Woven Kingdom, she says she dives deeper. I aimed to build worlds and magical systems even more robust, more sweeping and tactile. I drew upon the essential texts, myths, and religious stories that informed my life. Inspired in particular by the Shahnameh, a literary masterpiece by the esteemed Persian poet Ferdowsi. So it's written over the course of 30 years, it contains 50,000 rhyming couplets, and is not only one of the longest epic poems in history, but one of the most definitive to the cultural identities of Iranians worldwide. So she took also some inspiration from Islamic texts and of jinn. So if anyone doesn't know, jinn, if anyone's like kind of only read City of Brass, like jinn are a mythical creature from South Asia in general, just like how, you know, the Minotaur is like a Greek mythical creature, you know? The specifics of jinn are highly debated and discussed among Muslims. Different sects view them differently and have contrasting stories to tell. So please note that none of what I've created here is canonical, nor should it be interpreted as part and parcel of any religion. So she's basically saying she took very creative liberties with it. This Woven Kingdom is my longest, most ambitious book to date. Hope you'll enjoy this first book in my new fantasy series. So not a lot then kind of more about the actual story, but more just what it was inspired by, which is still really interesting. I love mythology, I love jinn, I love like any kind of mythology. I really want Japanese mythology, like not to go on a tangent, but Japanese mythology, I really want some books with it. Sorry, but this is amazing. Sorry to this man, I just think this is fabulous. This is such a good, and I don't know if it's because she's, you know, an already really established author, like with Shatter Me, she became huge. So I don't know if it's just because of that, or if this is the quality we're to expect from Illumicrate this whole year. I hope so, especially considering Gallant is going to be their March book. I really hope they also go all out for that in this way. And what I started to say earlier was I am a sucker for naked hardbacks. Some people don't like them, but I love them. I love them. This is just right up my street. I'm so happy. And honestly, that almost makes up for the bad items because clearly they spent all their budget on that book and I'm happy with that. Under the Orange Tree socks. Oh, so it's Priory of the Orange Tree. I didn't, that's just, it is a dragon then. I thought it was a dragon. And obviously it's an orange tree. I'm so stupid. So it's Priory of the Orange Tree inspired, which I haven't read yet. But like I said, if an item is useful, doesn't matter what the fandom is, I will keep it and use it. Yeah, so this shitty thing is the Prison Healer. And then obviously the necklace was Never Tilting Will. That was it. I'll tell you what, I'd rather the two books be good quality and look nice and be good picks than have better items. And like, if I had to sacrifice something is what I'm saying. Ideally, you know, the whole box would be quality. Only really I like the two books and the socks. I'm not interested in the necklace. I'm not interested in the jigsaw because of the fandom. And I am definitely not interested in this shitty bit of plastic. However, I'm not completely mad at the January box because of how good these books look. And I do like the socks. The socks, to be fair, they're more higher quality than normal and higher quality of like what I expect usually in items. But then Illumicrate, I tend to, you know, I tend to expect more from their items. Fairy Loot in general, I don't think give very good items a lot of the time. And yet I'm still a clown and I buy them. But, you know, they have, I think it's worth it to get the few good ones that they do put out. Personally, that's just my opinion and like how I like to spend my money. Super happy with the books. I'm literally like, I don't know what to do. I can't stop looking at it. Look at it. Stenciled edges honestly are becoming an obsession for me. Well, if you did enjoy this video, please do give it a like below. Leave me a little bee emoji if you were here but you didn't really have anything to say, but wanted to let me know you were here. Make sure you subscribe so you get all the future content from me in your sub box. All my links are in the description, including my Patreon. If you don't know what goes on my Patreon, then this is what you're missing out on. Still a superstar, even with the delay. Bullshit, I didn't hit that gold. Bullshit. Speaking of my patrons, I want to give a huge shout out to everyone at my deity tier. So that is Becca, Meg, Rachel, Lisa, Lydia, Mercy, Sarah, Tori, Liv, Adinda, Celeste, Britt, Marlies, Kay, Danny, Hannah, William, Andy, Chris, Lauren, Kate, Kendra, Ashley, KW, Lynn, Frog, Amy, Rye, Jenny, and Hattie. Thank you guys so much for all of your support and I'll see you in another video. Bye!